A new exhibit at the National Archives in Washington, D.C. brings visitors face-to-face with immigration history. For Michael Pupa, a Polish survivor of the Holocaust, that history is personal.
When I was 13, I came to the United States. It was under the United Nations auspices. Came to New York. Then I stayed there for approximately 6 months, and I moved to Cleveland.
Pupa and his extended family came to the museum Thursday to view photos and records documenting his journey to the U.S. Orphaned at age 4, he hid in the woods of Poland for 2 years and then lived in displaced persons camps until 1951. He is one of 31 immigrants profiled in Attachments, Faces and Stories from America's Gates.
This is an exhibit of extraordinary stories and compelling photographs. They are the stories and photographs of individuals who didn't easily pass through America's gates.
Richard Arve is another of those individuals. After surviving a Nazi concentration camp, he was one of 1,000 people picked for a refugee shelter in Oswego, New York. But residents had to promise to return to Europe when the war ended.
He's filing this to explain why he doesn't want to go back to Austria, and he says, I also would find it impossible to live in a country where all my family have been killed.
Arve eventually gained permanent residency, but other immigrants in the exhibit did not. Some, such as these men, were deported for what was deemed moral turpitude.
This gentleman was deported for applying a vile name to a woman.
Pupa beat the odds by making it to America, and, he says, by making it into Attachments.
Everyone expects to see such items as the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the National Archives. I certainly had no idea that the personal documents of me as a 13-year-old boy, including the airline ticket that brought me to this great country in 1951, would be housed at the National Archives.
For McClatchy, this is Rebecca Cohen.